So we want to look at the richest groups of people. We're talking about groups now, because every time I tell y'all about this economics, you point out these individuals out here. You point out Russell Simmons or Oprah Winfrey or Bill Cosby or somebody. But we're talking about groups of people. Alright? When you're talking about the wealthiest groups of people, you're talking about Europeans, including America. You're talking about Arabs. You're talking about Japanese and Chinese speaking people. Okay? These are groups we're talking about, not individuals. So just remember that. All we got to do, as I always say, just do what Dick Gregory said and connect the damn dots. And coming into 2013, look at the top 10 richest countries in the world. And you'll see that all of them are either Arabic, European, or Chinese or Japanese. Let's go down the top 10 richest countries in the world coming into 2013. And the reason I want to do this is because you got all these so-called experts in the so-called African American community. You got black economists that are going to help us get out of this condition. A brother sent me a response to one of my videos and said, economics is the answer, Daku, because nobody's come up with another answer. We have come up with the other answer. You just don't want to listen. Economics is the easy way out. It's an easy way out. You're still a slave, because no matter how economically successful you are, no matter how much dough and cash you got, just ask Oprah Winfrey, Bill Cosby, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, and these other individuals that you think got some money. They're still slaves to the European, the Arab, or the Chinese or Japanese. This is a fact. Let's look at the top 10 richest countries in the world coming into 2013, and you'll see that they all got those three things in common. They're either European, Chinese, or Arabic. Number 10, the Netherlands. Amsterdam is the capital. And guess where that is? Yes, you guessed it. Europe. Number 9, Switzerland. You guessed it. It's in Europe. Their official languages are German, French, and Italian. Alright? Number 8, Hong Kong. I don't know why they got that listed as a country, but okay, Hong Kong. And their two official languages are Chinese and English. I'm just reading what I'm seeing here. Number 7, the United States of America. Official language, English. It is a European country. Number 6, United Arab Emirates. Capital city, Abu Dhabi. Official language, yep, Arabic. Number 5, you're talking about Brunei. Their official languages, 2 of the 4, are Chinese and English. That's in Southeast Asia. Norway, yep, European. Alright, their official language, Norwegian. Number 3, Singapore. Official language, 2 of the 4 official languages, English and Chinese. Are you seeing a pattern here? Luxembourg, Europe. 2 of the 3 official languages are French and German. 1, the richest country in the world, Qatar. Official language, Arabic. Again, the top 3 richest groups of people, Chinese or Japanese, Europeans, including America, and Arabic people, Arabic speaking people. You understand what I'm telling you today? When you look at their history, because you keep forgetting that history is not just yesterday. History is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I pulled up an article that was written in 1999 entitled Corporate Profit, Fortune 500 Companies Profit from Nazi Slave Labor. Now they're talking 60 years, 70 years in the past, right? That's the past, right? Let me read what it says to you. 255 companies are still doing business that used slave laborers during Nazi Germany. The list includes many of Germany's most successful companies, as well as the German branches of international conglomerates Shell Oil and Ford Motor Company. That's the past affecting the present and the future. Pulled up another article for you from 2002. It says slave profits and the roots of the wealth gap. This is referring to the United States of America. It says that slaves were about half the workforce that built the White House and the U.S. Capitol. Can you go to the White House today? Can you go to the U.S. Capitol today? So again, we're not talking about something in the past. We're talking about something that happened in the past that is affecting the present and the future. It goes on to say that prosperous American companies' wealth came in part from the slave trade. Railroads utilized slave labor to lay rail. Tobacco firms used slaves in the harvest. Southern utilities used slaves to construct oil lines. Mining companies used slaves to process salt and coal. The unpaid productivity of these slaves was converted into corporate income and wealth that still sustains many companies today. Again, when we talk about history, we're not talking about the past. I'm going to keep saying this to y'all until I get it through your thick head. When we talk about history, we're not talking about the past alone. We're talking about the past, the present, and the future. The article goes on to say, and I wanted to highlight this part, President Andrew Johnson gave, what word did I just say? Gave the land to white Confederate landowners. Why did I want to read that sentence to you? Because people keep telling me, Daku, black people want everybody to give them something. They want everybody to give them something. They don't want to work for it. Are you kidding? How many years, how many centuries have black people worked for free in many cases? And when you include the last century, you're talking about black people that worked almost for free. Huh? And so that slave force, that slave labor was converted into corporate income and wealth, as the article says, that still sustains many companies today. So is it about economics? Maybe. But how do you get your economics? All of these wealthy countries, you'll see in their history, war, slave labor, forced labor, and free labor. Think about that. This has been Daku Akabo Wakatu.